It's Joe and Darren over at Urban Hillsides for another edition, live in person, of Real Estate Reality. Darren, how you doing?
This is weird, man. I don't know about sitting next to you.
Screen. I like the screen. I don't know. This is too intimate.
We'll see how it goes.
All right. Well, look, guys, we're going to speed through this. We have 3 listings to talk about. We also have a market update, more of a national picture, and this may trickle down more to the local market. So we'll talk about that. Darren, we're going to start where we are. This is 2274 Edendale Place. Tell me about it.
Fantastic house. Silver Lake, close to the reservoir itself. Great views, lots of different views. Some views of the reservoir, some views of downtown, night views. It's vertical, 2 stories, modern, very well maintained. You're not going to get a bigger kitchen. For a 2,100 square foot house, this kitchen is enormous and amazing. If you like to cook, this is
industrial strength
house.
Yes.
Yeah. Lots of light, big windows. It's a great house. We're excited to sell it and show it.
Yeah. It's a great property to show for sure.
Yeah.
Check out urbanhillsides.com and you can see more pictures, video, 3D walkthrough, all that great stuff. The next one we're going to talk about is 960 Sanborn Avenue, unit number 3. It's a condo in Silver Lake. Tell me about that.
Yeah, closer to Sunset Junction, a little pocket of Silver Lake.
Right.
Lots of foot traffic, and this is a little more than a block away.
Right.
So very easy to get to. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo with a very nice division of rooms, which makes it a good work from home situation. Or roommate situation where you can have privacy in each individual space. It's an 8-unit building.
Right.
So it's
small.
It's a connected community. And at 810, it's a great price to be in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
And the unit is updated, so another great opportunity.
Great. Now we're going to go to Tujunga, 7083 High Cliff Trail. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Talk about that, Darren.
This one's been on the market for a couple weeks now. This client originally wanted the majority of the communities we serve, more often than not. So they wanted hills. They wanted a little bit of an urban vibe. I think they conceded on the urban component, but they got the hills, they got the views, they got the elevations. They got a finished house, 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
Move-in ready.
So a little further they had to drive, not a crazy amount. Ironically, you can get to different areas from Tujunga with different freeways. But it's a great house. Again, a great price, and ultimately that's why they ended up there. It's a good alternative. And people working from home, often the house can be more important than the actual neighborhood. Well,
it strikes a great balance. We titled it Mountain Living in the City. And choose where you want to be. But it's by the mountains. It's also by the city.
And it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath for $815.
Can I tell you, this is a little off topic, but one of my favorite little drives is going down to 2 and picturing downtown. It's just a nice little drive.
Between 2 mountains, it's just the freeway splits the mountains and there's downtown. I agree.
All right. Well, look, guys, that is the 3 listings we wanted to talk about. We're now going to move to market update. And what we found was a CNBC article talking about April home sales dropped to the slowest pace for that month since 2009. And some of the key points of the article: home sales in April fell as consumers faced high house prices and growing concern over the economy and employment. Second point, home sales have been at 75% of normal of pre-pandemic activity for the past 3 years, even with 7 million jobs added to the economy. And that was NAR's chief economist, Lawrence Yun.
And on those 2 points, they're both about volume. How much volume is moving?
Got it.
I think prices are in different pockets and moving in different directions, but the volume is slower across the board.
Right. And as we say, across the board, across the nation. So this is a national picture. It goes on to state the housing market continues to struggle amidst high interest rates and low consumer confidence. And this is in particular to spring, which traditionally is a big start to the market.
Right. So in our last video, we talked about even with all the volatility, maybe we're seeing some normal trends. In real estate, we're always doing a combination of looking back and looking forward, trying to predict the future based on some past history. Well, this history is talking about a little bit of a slowing trend where we're typically seeing a little more of a spike coming into spring.
Right, right. And, last time we spoke about the local market, that it hadn't changed dramatically versus the year before. But, we look at other markets certainly to maybe get some future view of what might happen here. So that's why the national picture is important to look at.
Yeah, and the remaining item they highlighted there about interest rates is the persistent expectation that people have for rates coming down.
Right.
And that hasn't happened this year, and I think that's ultimately why the volume hasn't picked up.
Right. The other thing we talked about earlier was, in the past, there was a situation of buying the rate.
Yeah.
Right. And that option really is not here now.
Right.
The rates are higher.
And buying the rate was something post-pandemic that was discussed a bit. And that was ultimately that not only were you buying the house, but you were paying a little more because you were getting a lower rate.
Right.
And for those that are staying in their houses, that's great.
Yeah.
It actually all makes sense.
Right. It worked out.
It did, and it continues to work out.
Right.
But if you're thinking about selling, that purchase of that lower rate isn't benefiting you come time to sell.
Right.
And that's some of the struggles people have. That's why we're not seeing a lot more inventory, because those are the struggles that people face.
Right. Right. Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, look, thanks so much for joining us. We hope you learned something today, and just have a great week. We'll see you real soon. All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.